NFL history. Stephen, a tough question here. Is Aaron Rodgers more valuable to the Packers than Patrick Mahomes is to the Chiefs?
I believe so. Because I believe without Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers wouldn't be much. The man is sensational. He's completed 69% of his passes, 36 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Just in case, and I don't say that for you, for your edification, Max Kellerman. I say that for the Green Bay Packers. I just want to know, as an organization, how do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel that we just learned the other day that when Aaron Rodgers threw to Tavon Austin, it was the first time he had thrown 2 passes. It was the first time he had thrown to a first-round draft pick at the wide receiver spot in his career. I just want to know how that feels. Think about that. Let's put that in its proper perspective. Aaron Rodgers, arguably the greatest quarterback from a talent perspective, arguably the greatest quarterback we have ever seen in NFL history this side of Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers, just the other week, threw a couple of passes to Tavon Austin. Tom Brady's got over 600 passes or something in his career. I think it's over 800 to a first round wide receiver, along with a bevy of others, Drew Brees and others, Matt Ryan too. Aaron Rodgers, just the other day, after all of these years in the league, been in the league since 2005, Aaron Rodgers just the other day threw a pass to a first-round wide receiver. That is just disgraceful. You're the Green Bay Packers, and you want to draft his successor. So Aaron Rodgers has put it on the show this year, reminding us all how sensational, how much of a bad man he is. He is reminding us, he is putting it on display. And even though Aaron Jones can run the football and Devontae Adams is a stud, guess what? They ain't Tyreek Hill. They ain't Travis Kelce. And a combination of Hill, Kelce, McCole Hardman and Sammy Watkins and those boys. Oh, and with Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. Oh, no, it's a different animal. Aaron Rodgers is working with considerably less. No disrespect to those brothers, Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, because they could play. But I'm just saying, it's with considerably less than the Kansas City Chiefs have at their arsenal. Without Aaron Rodgers, the only thing we'd be talking about in Wisconsin, other than the Greek Freak, is cheese. Nothing else. Aaron Rodgers, more valuable than Mahomes to his particular team. Yes.
Well, I mean, look, these are the 2 best guys I've ever seen. I think if I have to choose between them, I think the edge goes to Mahomes. I'm not saying it's not close. Aaron Rodgers can do just like, if you want to say, what can Mahomes do that Aaron Rodgers can't do? Aaron Rodgers can do all the stuff Mahomes can do. Mahomes looks a little bit stronger than Rodgers physically. Maybe can... running they can both move, but just Mahomes looks a little stronger. And Mahomes has more of that rah-rah gunslinger stuff that teams seem to respond to. With Rodgers, is there tension between this guy and Rodgers? What about Favre and Rodgers, right, coming in? You don't hear that with Mahomes. With Mahomes, you hear his teammates love him. And that may be the difference. These types of arguments, who's more valuable to their team, usually boil down to who has the worst team. So you pick the guy whose teammates aren't as good as the other guys and say, aha, since his teammates aren't as good, he's more valuable to his team. You can make that argument, but I prefer this one. When you have a great team around you, what quarterback gives you the premium over everyone else? Not only making all the plays and messing up less than anyone else, not turning the ball over. I mean, look at Patrick Mahomes' touchdown to interception ratio for his career, let alone this year. But making all the special plays, right? Who can do that when it matters most? Rodgers been in the league a long time, been on some great teams, has 1 Super Bowl win for it, which is great. And his team has let him down, his franchise has let him down in terms of surrounding him with the best talent. Mahomes came in the league. It's not his fault he had great teammates. But Stephen A., 50 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, MVP, lost in the AFC Championship game because they took the win away and wouldn't let him touch the ball again. So he comes back the next year and wins Super Bowl MVP, improves his touchdown-interception ratio, does it again this year, improves touchdown-interception ratio again, hasn't gotten to the playoffs yet. But Stephen A., in the playoffs for his career, he's 3-1, should be 4-0 because of the AFC Championship game I just mentioned, right? Or is it 5-1 now? At any rate, what is it? How many touchdowns to 0 interceptions? He's even better when you need him most. You can't say anyone's more valuable to their team than Mahomes is to his.
Max, work with me here for a second. Work with me here for a second. Who's the offensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers? You have an answer?
What's the point? Yeah, what's
You don't know. Guess what? I didn't either.
Not off the top of my head.
No. I'm not getting on you for not knowing it off the top of your head. I'm saying to you, I didn't know either. I had to look it up. You know why, Max? Because he doesn't matter. That's why. You didn't know him.
Give me a second.
We know who Andy Reid is. We know who Eric Bieniemy is.
He's the most celebrated guy without a job.
We know that, right?
Because he's the most celebrated guy without a job.
Did I pronounce his name correctly, Molly? I just want to make sure I said Matt LaFleur. I didn't say
that's
LaFleur.
right.
I said LaFleur.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt LaFleur. I mentioned that name, right? Did I say correctly,
Sometimes
Molly?
you think you're from Petty.
All right. No,
Yes.
listen. Now listen. Matt LaFleur is 22-6 as the head coach. Did you know what his job was before he got to Green Bay? It was as the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. So forgive me, Max. I took the liberty looking up, with his last job before he was a head coach. They had the 27th ranked offense, okay, and they were 29th in terms of their pass offense, okay. It's amazing how Aaron Rodgers can change your fortunes. All I'm trying to say.
Wait a minute. No.
What I'm trying to say
That's a very curious way to look at it, Stephen A. That's a curious way to look at it.
What I'm saying to you is this. All I'm saying is this. Yeah. Look at what you have. Aaron Rodgers, this is what he has. Look at the embarrassment of riches Patrick Mahomes has available to him. So the question is not who's better, it's who's more valuable to their particular team. I am saying Green Bay falls off the map without Aaron Rodgers. I don't think that happens with Kansas City if they lost Mahomes. That's my point.
Very hard to concentrate because I'm racking my brains to remember the Green Bay Packers offensive coordinators. But the point is, Stephen A., the point is this. It's a curious way to look at it. When you say, what was LaFleur's last job before becoming Packers head coach? And somehow using that against him to say Rodgers is the one making him look so good. The much better way to look at it is, was the team substantially different before LaFleur got there? And what did they do before LaFleur got there? Mike McCarthy lost his job because he couldn't get it done essentially with his team. LaFleur came in, won 13 games, and beat Seattle in the playoffs, and is doing this year.
I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be the head coach. I'm just talking about Aaron Rodgers. LaFleur deserves to be. He's done a good job. Not knocking him. I'm just saying Aaron Rodgers. Remember that, brother. He's something special.
Chiefs first in points per game, and the Packers are second. Mahomes is first in QBR. Rodgers is second. Let's keep it moving, folks. The Jets are still on track to land the #1 pick in the draft after Sunday's Hail Mary, but find out what Ryan Clark would have done after hearing Greg Williams' play call. Matt